Well, I take this opportunity to thank you for welcoming me here to speak to you this afternoon. Every young man in this room has a story, and that story is still being written. What you decide today and tomorrow will shape the man you become. Your theme, From Boys to Men, Yes We Can, is fitting because it is a choice. I stand here today as your Prime Minister, not ever thinking that I would ever become one from my circumstances, but because at different points in my life, I chose the harder right instead of the easier wrong. My government is working every day to open doors for young Bahamians in education, training, and employment. But no policy can replace the power of a father's guidance or a mentor's steady support. So when you walk out of this auditorium today, walk out with a new determination. That determination would be to know who you are. I believe in you. Your school believes in you. And most of all, your country needs you.
Boys to men, yes we can!
Today, Bahamas stands as proof of what happens when belief meets perseverance. It stands as proof that the Bahamas can weather storms, solve problems, and move forward stronger than before. And now with this groundbreaking, we turn the page once again. This more than $700 million investment is a major milestone for our country. It is a vote of confidence in the Bahamas. Effective April 1st, all foods currently at 5% VAT will be VAT-free. Zero VAT on those food items.
Everyone, and welcome to the Office of the Prime Minister. Good to see all of you here for our weekly press briefing. I want to say a special welcome to officials and staffers at the Ministry of Tourism who have also joined us to support Tourism Director General Latia Duncombe, who will be our presenter for this morning. She'll give you some numbers, some statistics, and some of the initiatives that will take the tourism product going forward. So without further ado, I'd like to welcome to the podium Ms. Latia Duncombe, Director General of Tourism.
Good morning. Ladies and gentlemen, it is indeed a pleasure to be here with you today and to share updates on tourism. The Bahamas continues to demonstrate resilience, relevance, and global appeal in an environment marked by geopolitical shifts, economic recalibration, and evolving travel sentiments. Our destination is resilient. Travel is discretionary. It responds to confidence built through consistency, partnership, and also performance. We're operating in a dynamic global landscape. We evaluate daily. We remain vigilant, and we move with intention. While uncertainty exists in parts of the international environment, the demand for the Bahamas remains strong. Our brand continues to resonate across key source markets, and our industry partners remained aligned and engaged. We are celebrating our performance, but we're not resting on it. Our approach is measured. It is deliberate and grounded in execution. From our global sales teams, to our in-country officers, to our partners on the ground across our 16 islands, our collective focus is clear: to sustain momentum, strengthen. Today I will provide to adapt and lead in a competitive global tourism environment. In 2025, foreign air and sea arrivals reached 12.5 million visitors, representing 11.4% increase over 2024 and a 72% increase over 2019 levels. December alone delivered 1.38 million visitors, a 20.5% increase over December 2024. A clear reflection of 9 million, slightly below 2024 levels, while remaining above pre-pandemic performance. Stopover arrivals reached 1.82 million, holding steady and slightly above 2019 benchmarks. Importantly, performance is being realized across multiple islands. Nassau, Paradise Island, remain strong anchors, while Grand Bahama, Abaco, Eleuthera, and several out islands continue to demonstrate resilience and expansion. Cruise arrivals total 10.66 million for the year, a 14% year-over-year increase. Expanded capacity, strengthened cruise partnerships, and new product offerings contributed meaningfully to this growth and expanded economic opportunity across multiple islands. We are proud of this performance. At the same time, we remain disciplined. We understand the global environment and the sensitivity of travel demand. In addition to achieving these milestones, our focus is on sustaining growth, protecting our competitive position, and ensuring that tourism continues to deliver measurable results for the Bahamian people. Performance is driven by access. Air connectivity remains one of the most critical drivers of sustained stopover growth, and our approach to airlift is disciplined, strategic, and aligned with demand. In Canada, we now have 45 weekly flights, significantly enhancing access across multiple islands. This expanded service includes nonstop routes from 5 key cities: Toronto, Montreal, Halifax, Ottawa, and Calgary, operating into Nassau, Grand Bahama, and also Exuma. Canada is not only a strong origin market, it also serves as a strategic bridge market that supports broader diversification. This strengthened connectivity has opened new gateway opportunities in Europe, the UK, including access through London, Germany, and Paris, France. In the United States, we continue to strengthen key gateways. New and enhanced service includes American Airlines Miami-Bimini route starting February 14th, 2026, Delta's Boston-Nassau route, and Breeze Airways Tampa-Nassau service launching summer 2026. These additions expand access across both major hubs and high-potential regional markets. We continue to engage with our airline partners on an ongoing basis. We will be attending Routes Americas in March to discuss the performance of the existing routes, so targeted routes. Our airlift strategy is not simply about adding capacity. It is about strengthening resilience across core markets, advancing new route development, and ensuring that connectivity supports long-term stopover growth across multiple islands. In the next section, I will speak a bit about our growth strategy and market highlights. Canada represents 7% of our stopover arrivals, with an average length of stay of 9 nights, making it a high-value market for the destination. Canadian travelers have historically embraced the diversity of our islands, and the market continues to show strong growth potential. Stopover arrivals from Canada are up 11% over prior year, reflecting the effectiveness of our strengthened engagement and expanded connectivity. The United States remains our largest source market, accounting for 84% of stopover arrivals, with an average length of stay of 6 nights. The U.S. market is holding strong, and the Bahamas continues to maintain a strong, visible presence across priority states, particularly in the Northeast and Florida, where we remain closely engaged and actively monitoring performance trends. Our focus is very clear: deepening market share within these core regions, strengthening shoulder season performance, and advancing cruise conversion. We are consistently in market, aligning airlift, communications, and sales engagement to ensure that the Bahamas remains at the forefront of market visibility and stopover growth. Europe accounts for 5% of stopover arrivals, with an average length of stay of 9 nights, the longest among our primary markets. December 2025 delivered the strongest UK performance, reflecting the impact of our focused engagement strategy. Through strengthened partnerships, expanded connectivity, and increased visibility, we continue to position the Bahamas as a premium year-round destination. The opportunity in this market lies in extended stays, high-value travelers, and curated experiential journeys. With expanded direct service through Canada, we have intensified our in-market activations to align visibly with access, ensuring that strengthened connectivity is supported by targeted campaigns and sales engagement. European travelers naturally embrace multi-destination vacations and immersive exploration, positioning the Bahamas perfectly to deliver a lifetime of islands in the Bahamas. Latin America represents 2% of stopover arrivals, with an average length of stay of 8 nights. While volumes remain measured, this region presents strategic opportunities across luxury travel, romance, family, and our meetings, incentives, conferences, and events, the MICE market. Strengthened regional connectivity and sustained sales engagement position the Bahamas to capture high-value travelers as outbound travel in this region continues to expand. This remains a disciplined diversification strategy, strengthening resilience while cultivating long-term growth. Leisure and group travel remain the foundation of our stopover business. Within that foundation, the meetings, incentives, conferences, and events segment has delivered exceptional year-over-year growth. The groups and conferences bookings increased from approximately 29 million in 2024 to 81 million in 2025. This reflects deliberate positioning and strengthened competitiveness in the global meetings space. The SMERF, social, military, educational, religious, and fraternal segment continues to accelerate as well. And this segment has delivered more than 10 million alone in 2025, a 45% increase year over year. Beyond volume, group attendees represent a captive, high-value audience already on the ground. Pre- and post-conference days create incremental room nights and expanded on-island engagement. Equally as important, we are focused on ensuring that group visitors experience the richness of our culture, communities, and product offerings so that they return, not as delegates, but as leisure guests with their families and with their networks. This segment strengthens our stopover growth, supports shoulder periods, deepens economic impact across multiple islands, and builds long-term loyalty to the destination. In 2025 alone, our public relations efforts generated north of 2,300 secured media placements in the US, delivering over 6 billion impressions and more than 55 million in advertising value. Across Europe, our storytelling efforts have delivered more than 300 pieces of coverage and over 1.5 billion impressions, repositioning the Bahamas beyond the sun and sea to culture, sustainability, luxury, and immersive travel. In Canada, our targeted media engagement is aligned with new airlift and generated more than 68 placements, 18 million in impressions, reinforcing accessibility and momentum in a key growth market. These results are delivered by disciplined storytelling, aligned with travel trends, quiet gateways, culture-driven travel, access meeting experience, and strategically timed to support new routes, sales missions, and seasonal demand. When airlift expands, so does our narrative. It expands with it. Sales missions, hosted events, and market engagement. Over the past year, our teams have executed targeted sales missions across key US feeder markets: Orlando, Miami, New York, New Jersey, Detroit, Grand Rapids, and Minneapolis. In Canada, we engaged directly in Calgary, Ottawa, Toronto, Halifax, and Montreal, reinforcing trade relationships and supporting expanded connectivity into Nassau, Grand Bahama, and Exuma. Beyond the missions, we hosted a series of strategic trade and media events across priority markets to deepen relationships and strengthen booking pipelines. These engagements allows us to show new developments, expanded access, and island-specific offerings in a very focused setting. Looking ahead, our next sales mission will take place next week in Washington, D.C., followed by engagement across our Southeast region, Atlanta and Charlotte. These engagements are conversion-driven, aligning trade relationships, market visibility, and access to deliver measurable stopover performance. Technology strengthens how we inspire, how we engage, convert, and also manage performance. We are a data-driven organization, and this continued modernization aligns directly with our strategy to strengthen performance through intelligence. A soft launch of the digital landing card is now scheduled with select airline partners during the first quarter of this year, followed by full implementation, mid-2026. Our AI and digital transformation journey began in 2015 with the introduction of visitor arrival forecasting and strengthened data integration capabilities. Since then, we've progressed through phased modernization, strengthening analytics, segmentation, audience targeting, and campaign optimization. We are now developing an upgraded tourism intelligence platform. This enhanced framework is designed to provide earlier and align our resources strategically. Our website, bahamas.com, is available in 5 different languages, and this ensures accessibility across key international markets. The integration of Mindtrip, our AI-powered itinerary builder, allows prospective visitors to curate personalized multi-island experiences based on travel interests. This performance reflects strategy. In 2025, we recorded 4.2 million website visits. We generated more than 337,000 hotel leads, and we maintained an 8% conversion rate. Across our broader deployment, we delivered 225 million digital impressions, 184 million social impressions, and 70 million television impressions. Delivering experience, delivering opportunity is key, it's paramount. Tourism performance does not sustain itself. It requires execution on the ground across our islands every day. Our teams are working diligently with communities to strengthen the visitor experience, supporting and executing festival, enhancing cultural programmings, coordinating regattas, elevating culinary events, and ensuring that our people-to-people program connects visitors with Bahamian families in a meaningful way. What visitors are seeking today is authenticity, connection, cultural immersion, multi-island exploration. And that is what our islands delivers so naturally. From Junkanoo to Rake and Scrape, from heritage celebrations to family island regattas, our calendar of events creates consistent reasons for our visitors to return. When visitors engage in those experiences, the economic benefit moves beyond a single property. We are aligning what visitors value with what Bahamians provide, and ensuring that growth reaches deeper into our islands. The Tourism Development Corporation continues to strengthen local participation in the tourism economy across multiple islands through the venture pitch competitions in Exuma, Grand Bahama, Abaco, Eleuthera, Bimini, and South Andros. Seed capital ranging from 6 to 10,000 has been awarded to emerging entrepreneurs, empowering Bahamians to bring innovative tourism concepts to market. Our incubation centers in Nassau, Grand Bahama, and Exuma will provide a structured workplace, training, and business development support, ensuring these enterprises scale sustainably. In Andros, our community-based tourism cluster project has organized more than 100 local businesses into a coordinated ecotourism collective, strengthening collaboration and market readiness. Through our partnership with BAMSI, we're further certifying nature-based guides with specialized training in flats fishing, ecology, business management, and certainly elevating standards while expanding economic opportunity. Each island is unique and contributes to the strength of our national tourism engine. This is not by chance. It is the result of a deliberate strategy, disciplined execution, and continuous engagement with our industry partners. The islands of the Bahamas are strong. Our strategy is working, and we remain focused on delivering results for the Bahamian people. Thank you.
I don't know if you've seen the news lately, but there has been the talks of a businessman bringing Uber to the country. I'm wondering, what is the tourism position in welcoming Uber? Because we know a lot of persons abroad, they're familiar with the app and the they use abroad. And how would they balance that with the taxi cab union? Because we want to make sure everybody has their, I guess, piece of the pie in tourism. And even some hotels have their own transportation that could lead to some tensions.
So as it relates to that, the Ministry of Tourism is not the ministry or the department responsible for decisions in that area. We continue to work with all government agencies and certainly support deep collaboration so that the resolve can be beneficial for all.
And even though we know that it's not responsible for the decision, would it be something welcomed as a part of the tourism product, Uber?
So as it relates to the tourism product, we welcome opportunities in this space. And there is a process as it relates to the implementation, the coordination. There's a component of stakeholder engagement, and we're quite happy to be a part of that process as well.
Ms. Duncan, you outlined a number of our successes throughout the tourism numbers, showing strong numbers throughout this process. What has been the tourism's, the biggest struggle to maintain this for the borough?
So for me, I don't see it necessarily as a struggle because of what we've implemented. I look at it as opportunities. So through our Tourism Development Corporation, our focus is micro, small, medium-sized businesses, giving Bahamians access to opportunities, whether it's through incubation centers, through the Home Sweet Home initiative, the venture pitch competitions. We're making sure that the captive audience, the visitors that come to the destination, can enjoy products and services delivered by Bahamians. So for us, it's connecting the dot, deepening the awareness, having these stakeholder engagements, understanding the opportunities that are there. What we also share is, talk to us, bahamas.com, or visit our TDC or even SPDC so that you can capitalize. So for me, it's awareness, engagement, so that the benefits of tourism are felt by all.
What is the Ministry of Tourism doing to enhance our sports tourism brand?
So from a sports tourism perspective, we are and have been extremely strong in that area. We have a number of partnerships, the Miami Hurricanes, the New York Yankees, the Dallas Cowboys, And when we have, or when we engage in these partnerships, it allows for us to speak to their audiences through their channels, to send our messages. We also use it to build our database for retargeting purposes. And the benefits of our boots on the ground, our offices abroad, allows us to have more in-market activations. So we have seen a great success in these areas, and certainly something that we will continue.
But seeing that we have a number of Bahamians already in major leagues, you noted the New York Yankees, Red Jazzes. Are there any talks to possibly target Philadelphia and the Philadelphia area, seeing that the Jays having such a massive season? Are there any strategies to find a way to target audience where to continue to build our products where we have Bahamian ties already in these markets?
So those discussions are always ongoing, and so it never ends. And we align with the visitor profiles, the markets that they're in, our current presence, contracts that we have, and also exploring how do we get more from them. So discussions are always ongoing. You may hear an agreement signed, but the discussion starts long before we've reached contract execution.
Do tourism officials have any preliminary numbers for the first part of 2026 as yet?
Not yet. I should have that by the 25th.
And I noticed there was a 1.6% decline in air arrivals. What do you contribute that to? And I know air arrivals continues to be almost a thorn in the side for tourism officials every year.
So the 1.6 decline that we saw in air arrivals compared to 2024, when we looked at those numbers, there was a number of disruptions and different things that happened across the destination. I can give you the full listing of what we've seen and classified as disruptions. But overall for us, we felt that the performance was strong. Sometimes there are weather disruptions that could affect key source markets or even in-market activities. So there's a number of factors that it contributes to. What we've done as a Ministry of Tourism, we've been very deliberate in our airlift strategy. So we have an intentional focus on the international airlift perspective, and that's led by Krishna Roll, who's here at the front, and DDG Roma focuses on the domestic airlift perspective in coordination with what we're doing with the airports. So we're very coordinated, very structured, looking at opportunities, especially the new gateways that's coming on stream with the 45 flights. We have teams already that work our European market, a dedicated resource that we have for Germany, for France. So we're very excited, and I will say 2026 is going to be a banner year again for the destination.
Now, I know that you've mentioned that, certain family islands have been doing especially well in bringing in revenue, your Grand Bahama, your Exuma. Can you tell me what the ministry is planning to do to improve the tourism product in some of the other out islands, especially, like you said, there are tourists that are looking for multi-island exploration experiences. What's being done for some of the other out islands that do not have as much traction?
So we have Bahamas tourist offices in many of our islands. And the islands where we don't have a physical office, we have a representative. We've changed our structure in the Ministry of Tourism over the last 3 to 4 years, and we now have directors or general managers that have carriage and responsibility. We're getting ready to launch a 16-island tour where we look at all of the many benefits and resources of every island. Our teams on the ground are constantly looking at the product, looking at opportunities, engaging with stakeholders. Just last week, we had our 4th annual leadership retreat, and coming out of it was also a product lab, identifying market-ready concepts that we can look to get international grant funding for. We ended up with 6 amazing concepts, all for our family islands, that deeper discussions are going to be had. We had meetings with the Race for Resilience team from OPM. So we're constantly looking to improve our product, because that's one of the things that differentiates the Bahamas from anywhere else. Our product is strong, it's diverse, and it's a natural blend when you look at what travelers are looking for.
Ms. Duncan, you mentioned curated experiences. I know there are a number of groups on Grand Bahama that are trying to capitalize on niche markets. Love Week is being celebrated this week. A group of pastors wanted to push religious tourism. And I know Mr. Stephen Johnson was talking a little bit about fraternity tourism. Do you have any feedback on how those markets are going as well?
So those markets are performing extremely well. It's a couple things that we do. The first thing is we encourage everyone to stay connected with us. And if you're not sure how to reach us, they contact us through Bahamas.com, and we're very responsive. And we capitalize on every opportunity that comes to us. Additionally, our people-to-people program has been extremely strong. It's a free experience that our visitors can enjoy. They have a day in the life of a Bahamian. So there's a lot that you can do in that space. We curate itineraries, we deliver on experiences, we share some of the things that's happening in the destination. And in partnership with TDC, we develop initiatives, we develop products and services. We also support via grants a lot of these initiatives. So for us, it's making sure that we deliver on an authentic Bahamian experiences. And we're structured in a way to support Bahamians in that way.
And just to clarify, when you talk about disruption, none of those disruptions were due to the government shutdown that led to TSA workers temporarily withdrawing their services, and that didn't affect air arrivals decline.
No, so there are the geopolitical environment, when we look at it, it creates opportunities for us as well. And the Bahamas has had a very strong international relations amongst everyone. And so everyone comes to enjoy the destination, whether they're coming from the US, from Canada, from Europe, from the UK, so no.
I know earlier you mentioned Canada being a bridge market. Can you expound on what that means strategically?
Okay, so there are two types of travel or flights. There's the point-to-point, which we call nonstop, where there's end-to-end. And then there's another component where there's a direct service, where you're on a flight, but you're going to make a stop here, but your final destination is going to be somewhere else. And then there are the interline agreements and code shares that the airline partners have. So you can actually book a trip, and you can board in Paris. You may stop over in Canada, but your final stop is going to be the Bahamas. So you check your bag just once. These 45 flights with Canada has opened out new route opportunities in both London, France, and also Germany. We already have teams in place, and wherever there's connectivity, we always ramp up our efforts to ensure that the bookings are strong and we capitalize on business from those markets.
In terms of the record-breaking cruise numbers, I spoke to the president of NITO about 2 weeks ago, National Eco Tour Operators Cooperative, who said, yeah, we are breaking those numbers, but cruise passengers are more or less infamous for staying at the curated ports and not really going up and about. So
What we've done as an industry, we meet quarterly to discuss matters of interest, concerns, and the focus is that we continue to increase stopover growth. We have especially established cruise conversion committee, and we also focus on the experiences in the destination. So I would invite them to reach out to us, either to the Bahamas.com, the Ministry of Tourism, or through TDC. Our Tourism Development Corporation has been very engaged, brokering conversation, making sure there's access to opportunities. One of the initiatives that came out of something like that was a lifeguard program. We've now developed a curriculum. There are lifeguards that are posted to the islands as well. I want to share that the benefits of tourism are for Bahamians. And every Bahamian that wants to participate or capitalize on an opportunity, there's a way to do it. So there are many mechanisms that's set up, whether you reach us directly through the Ministry of Tourism or through the Tourism Development Corporation that is designed specifically micro, small, medium-sized businesses, improving the visitor experience. Tourism is everyone's business. And we, as Bahamians, must feel the benefits from it.
I know we were talking a little bit about Family Islands. How concerned are we about some complaints from marina operators on Family Islands who say that boat check-ins have fallen by over 50%? Are tourism officials concerned about the impact that's having?
So there has been concerns that were raised, and there are closed-door sessions right now going on to discuss and resolve that.
Now, a few weeks ago, travel was prohibited to the Bahamas from the U.S., obviously, because of one of the worst winter storms in U.S. history. Can you talk to me about if things have seemed to level out since then? Is that still impacting us in any way?
Well, remember, it's always safety first, and an airline will only take off if it's safe to do so. Sometimes they have warnings in advance that allow the traveling public to make other decisions, and so they don't travel in that time. So when we look at a disruption like that, a weather system like that, those are some of the things that would impact the air arrivals, because obviously that's our number one market. So no, those systems do come from time to time, but we're also diversifying our visitors to ensure that we continue to grow and benefit in that space.
Just my last question. I know there was an incident that is currently being investigated with police regarding a police officer and a tourist, and it went viral on TikTok regarding the toll ticket situation. What do you say to tourists that may feel a little hesitant during that incident? Because I know the tourists, they got their, it was due to a motorcycle they got from the port. They said they had got received and it was broken. What do you say to people who may feel hesitant because of that situation that is being handled by police regarding the officer?
So what I would say is the Bahamas is and continues to be a warm, safe, and welcoming destination. And whenever something occurs, we allow the relevant authorities to review, to assess. We also have a visitor relations unit within the ministry that engages with our guests from time to time whenever any type of incident occurs. So we have a team that is there and that engages to make sure that the visitor experience is not adversely impacted. Oh, okay. Well, thank you so much. Thank you to you all.
All right, thank you very much, members of the media, and a special thank you to DG Latia Duncombe for that comprehensive presentation and for taking all of those questions. Thank you so much. Well, that brings our press briefing to a close. Thank you very much, everyone, and have a good afternoon.